The most dangerous roads in America aren't marked on maps. They don't have warning signs. They don't need them. This happened across several states, but it always began the same way, late at night, on empty roads, with drivers who thought they were alone. In Arizona, a rideshare driver named Lucas took a final trip just after midnight. The app showed a pickup location on a rural highway where no houses stood for miles. He almost declined. Almost. When he arrived, the road was silent. No cars, no wind, no insects. Then his back door opened. A man got in, tall, thin, wearing dark clothes. Lucas didn't hear footsteps. The man didn't say hello. Lucas drove. Minutes passed in silence until the man spoke. "Don't stop." Lucas laughed nervously, assuming it was a joke. Didn't plan on it. The man leaned forward slightly. "They don't like it when you stop." Lucas checked the rearview mirror. The man's reflection didn't appear. Lucas felt his chest tighten. He glanced back quickly. The seat was empty, but the weight was still there. The car began to slow on its own. The speedometer dropped even though Lucas's foot was on the accelerator. Ahead, the headlights appeared. Another vehicle stopped sideways across the road. Lucas tried to brake. The man's voice whispered directly into his ear. Too late. Lucas woke up in a hospital hours later. His car had been found crashed into the desert. No sign of another vehicle. No passenger listed on the app. The trip history showed a blank entry. In Texas, a couple driving cross-state reported seeing the same thing. A stranded car, hazard lights blinking, a figure standing beside it, wobbling slowly. They slowed down as they said. The figure vanished. Then the knocking began. 3 slow taps. From inside the trunk, they never stopped the car. In Mississippi, a trucker named Harold stopped at a red light in the middle of nowhere. No crossroad, no signal pole, just a red glow suspended in darkness. He waited. The light stayed red. Minutes passed. His radio crackled to life. "Don't get out." The voice wasn't from any station. Harold ignored it and stepped down from his truck to check the light. The moment his boots touched the ground, the red light went out. So did everything else. Harold's truck was found idling at the intersection the next morning. Door opened. No blood. No body. Just long scratch marks on the asphalt leading into the trees. Across Stady's reports started connecting. Drivers seeing figures that disappeared when passed. Passengers that were never there. Voices warning them not to stop, and always the same detail. Once you slowed down, the road didn't let you go. In Utah, a college student recorded a late-night drive for a vlog. He laughed about how empty the highway was. At mile marker 117, his camera caught something in the headlights. A woman standing in the center of the road. She didn't move. The car didn't slow. The footage cut to black. The camera was recovered weeks later. The student wasn't. Police noticed something chilling in the video's final frame. The woman wasn't facing the car. She was facing the passenger seat, like she was already inside. Investigators eventually noticed a pattern. All these roads had one thing in common. They were built over old paths, native trails and burial routes, execution grounds. Places people once walked and never returned from. Locals began sharing older stories about travelers who vanished, about voices guiding people off the road, about something that learned to imitate stranded humans once cars replaced horses. It learned faster. It learned patience. It learned that drivers are most vulnerable when they think they're helping, and once it rides with you, it doesn't need the road anymore. Lucas still wakes up some nights, unable to move. He hears breathing in his car. Harold's radio was found months later, in a pawn shop, in another state. When powered on, it plays only static, and a whisper, "Don't stop." Because real road horror stories from the USA aren't about accidents. They're about something that travels. Something that waits. Something that learned America one highway at a time. And it's still out there, standing ahead in your headlights.